Welcome to the Nerdiverse. Go ahead, sit and listen to the masters, the old heads, talk about what you love the most. Video games, comics, movies, and everything you need to maintain your week. Got the knowledge that's straight out the ether. Gonna need a drink and have to take a seat to expand your mind and listen to the speaker. Mike and the squad's gonna give you what you need. Please send in a question, come and get some answers, learn a couple lessons from the masters with the special guests. We got the Green Lanterns glowing on their chest. Yes, please sit back and relax, cause we're gonna hit you with them stone cold facts. And allow me to be the very first to welcome you to the masters of the Nerdiverse. Welcome to Masters of the Nerdiverse, where we always have such sights to show you. You can find this Bushmaster of a podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, Spreaker, SoundCloud, YouTube, iHeartRadio, and Google Play, and Spotify, and on the Space Station Zero, where I think they created Monster Zero, but I could be wrong. In fact, I know I'm wrong. I'm, of course, your host, Mike G, and with me, as always, is my super creative co-host, Winter.
What's up, you beautiful people in the internet? I am, of course, Trash Monk. I'm talking really loud. I'm going to take it down a notch there.
That's okay.
Yeah, I'm glad to be here. Glad to be able to do this episode during this busy schedule.
Yeah. Man, so busy. Oh, so busy. Yeah, man. Yeah. You're like the octopus working at the desk trying to multitask. So many arms. So much stuff to do. How do we does it? How do we
drugs?
Hardcore drugs.
I take Ritalin in the day and a Ritalin depository at night.
Don't you mean suppository?
Yeah.
Nice. Hey, you can't keep it real with yourself. Who can you keep it real with, right?
Right.
Yeah, man.
All the wonderful Nerdiverse fans out there, I can keep real with.
Oh, yes, because why would we lie to you? Because if we can't be true to you, who can we be true to other than friends, family, close loved ones?
Right.
You know, it'll just be weird at that point.
Speaking of fans, by the way, there is something that I'm curious about. What are your thoughts about people? What's your movie going etiquette? Because I had a debate with a particular someone who listens to the show, and he is like, if someone's talking in the movie theater, I make an effort to tell him to stop. Like, I give him the head swivel and tell him to be quiet. And my mind goes, well, I'm paying for the movie going experience, and part of that experience is people talking.
Here is the thing. Yes. I personally hate when I get behind a loud person, may it be a loud adult, a loud baby, or a loud child. Yeah. I've been known to walk out of movie theaters if it's just affecting my movie going experience. But this is really on the person. It's on you. Like, if you know you're like that, you don't want to have to pull some alpha, like, you need to shut up back there, you know, and start something in a movie theater, because that can go south really fast.
Yeah,
I've been in theaters where guys just popped off on somebody and someone like pulled out a gun, like, real talk. Like, it can get super nuts. It was funny. I have this one. I'll tell this real quick story. I went to go see like, let's just say, Don't Breathe. I went to go see Don't Breathe, and it was an R-rated horror movie, right? So I'm expecting, maybe some teenagers, family. A guy comes in with a huge family of kids, right? From 0 to literally like 7 years old. And he's arguing with his wife. The kids are screaming. The baby's crying. Full on crazy experience, right? Some guy behind him, it's just like your person, say, hey man, can you take that somewhere? You know, I'm sorry, you're ruining my movie going experience. And the guy gets up and just goes off on him, cussing, like, you can't tell me what to do, whoop de whoop. And security has to come and escort him and his entire family of like 10 out. Funny enough, we leave the movie afterwards and he's being arrested because the guy had warrants. And so him and his wife are like on their way to jail and the kids are like going to their aunts or something like that. You know what I mean? All because this guy did not know how to. This guy brought the wrong group to the wrong kind of movie at the wrong time. You know, so
Right.
I, for one, plan out how I go to the movies. Like, okay, I'm gonna go on Sunday morning when there's nobody there. It's just gonna be me and maybe like a handful of people on the weekend that the movie's not opening, just because I want that quiet experience. I can't handle people just talking loud and talking at the movie or hearing cell phones go off. It just irks me. That's just me personally. But I don't know. People are different. Like, I can't do it. I'll just leave. I'd be like, all right, I'm just going to try this again tomorrow. Done it before. Probably will do it again. But I'm not going to go off on nobody. Or like, no, it's too much energy for me. I'll just leave, get my money back.
Okay, leave a comment in the show notes, listener, though. What would you do in that situation? What would you do by 2020?
Yeah. Okay. What would you do? There was this weird show on, like, I think it was Nicktoons. It was like, what would you do? Wow. Only like 10 people know what I'm talking about.
Well, there's the 2020 like spinoff show called "What Would You Do," and it's just like, what would you do if you saw a dog in a car by itself, or like, what would you do if you see someone leaving a baby unattended at a restaurant?
I've been to, man, I remember, I don't, this is not story time, but needless to say, one time I was like downtown LA and I saw a kid just spinning in a circle crying, and me and my lady at the time was like, are you okay? The kid's like, no, I can't find my parents. So we had to sit there at the nearest shop, get the kid something to eat, and like wait for his parents to find him.
Because your lady friend was there, you got to show off. You would have just kicked dirt in that face. Like, that's showbiz, kid.
No, get out of here, sonny.
Yeah.
Learn how to live off the streets like me. No.
Welcome to L.A., kid. And then just put a cigarette on him.
Yo, welcome to the jungle, baby. You're gonna die. just do the Axl Rose. Yeah. Just scream in his face. Nah, this was the 80s, yeah, but no, now it's all PC and SJW stuff. So no, we stayed with the kid. The parents, like months later, like sent us a box of See's candy thanking us. It was weird. I don't know how they got our address, but anywho. Yeah, good times. What would you do, Winter? Would you just let the crowd of like the homeboys family of like 25 just wreck your movie going experience? Or do you mind that? Do you care?
I would probably leave before saying anything because you could just get your refund.
Yeah. And they will 9 times out of 10. You just walk out. Hey, I'm not really, I would like my money back. Why? Because there's a disruptive family. I can't handle it. They'll be like, okay, They'll give you a voucher or something. They may not give you your money back, but they'll at least give you a free ticket to go see it again the next day or something.
Exactly.
You know? So yeah, why would I get into a fight with somebody in a theater and if I can just leave and get my money? So nah, not happening. You know, other than fist fighting moviegoers, what else did you do this week, Winter?
I'm still in the process of moving to the rad pad, working on, that's why I'm recording this on, not as great of a podcasting setup as I normally do, so you'll hear definitely a difference in the audio quality.
Nice.
I'm in the office right now, just trying to keep the internet a-going.
Keep the internets a-going. Yeah, man. How's the move going? Smooth as silk or a little bumpy? How's everything going for you?
I'm just packing a box a day, and then this Sunday, we're going to move everything over to the new place. I'm canceling bills and whatnot. So, yeah, and hopefully the main issue right now is trying to divvy up how the internet's going to work because he does gaming, and then I'm worried about like trying to record something over the internet while he's gaming. So we just have to test it out to see what will work or not.
Do you know if he's using like a Wi-Fi or is he plugged in directly to the modem?
He's plugged in. He's plugged in, yeah.
Depending on how big the place is. We need
to work out a way to... What was that?
Oh, no, I'm saying, I'm sorry. Depending on how big the place is, you could be able to get 2 different internet services. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it's like that would be a lot more money up here than
Straight. Yeah.
what. Yeah. So I just want to, if we can just pull our resources to get like a kicking internet speed, that'd be great.
Yeah. Yeah. Just say, hey, let's just get the most expensive package we can possibly get, so that neither of us are interrupted with what we need to do. You know what I'm saying?
Precisely.
But
how was your week?
My week was dumb, dude. You know me, Mike G. I stay above the water like dolphins, dude. I'll be dolphining it up. I have a couple of gripes this week, which I'm going to go into right now. Preliminary stuff first. Let's see. What did I do this week? Just played a lot more Warframe. I've been fighting a migraine actually this whole week. And so I haven't been able to do as much stuff as I wanted to. Playing Warframe is like just telling your brain just to die, because the game moves at like 1,000 miles per hour. And you're just like, no, I'm not really built for this right now. So I needed to slow down and play something different. So Brian from MOTN Reviews was like, hey man, why aren't you playing Gwent? And I'm like, because I don't want to have to hook up my PS3 and plug in. I don't have to re-download The Witcher to play it. He's like, no, man, the open beta is like up on PS4 now. Like you could just play that for free.
You can play on the computer too, I believe.
Yeah, you can.
Gwent.
You can't. I wish you could play it on iOS, because it'll make it so much easier for me. But he was like, yeah, just play Gwent. And I'm like, why'd you do this to me? You know how I am. So I downloaded Gwent, and it's amazing. It's so fun. Like I'm hooked again, hooked all over again. And I'm just like, I'm collecting cards and I'm getting bodied by people who's been playing it forever. So when I was like nursing my migraine, every couple of minutes I would just turn on Gwent and just get like a quick round or complete all the challenges. You know what I mean? Like I'm just super in there. So yeah, you probably find me playing Gwent on PS4, getting body, because everyone's just been at it since the beta's been going. And I just started like this week. I'm just haven't played in like a year. So I'm just like, okay, I just got to collect cards and grind it out.
Sad. I don't know how. There's so many other, I would say, better card games out there, like Hearthstone.
Hearthstone is too. I don't want to get too addicted. You know what I'm saying? Like Hearthstone is a problem. Magic is a problem. Gwent, I can, like, as soon as the Final Fantasy crossover with Monster Hunter happens, I'm kicking Gwent to the curb and jumping back in Monster Hunter. But that's not till like the end of the week or sometime next week. So in the meantime, rather than burn my brain out playing Warframe, I'm just going to slow down, like probably after the show, play a couple of hands of Gwent, go to bed, keep it simple. And other than that, I watched a movie on Netflix called Extinction. It's been floating around. It's with Michael Pena and Mike Coulter and I think Lizzie Kaplan. And I'm going to spoil the hell out of this movie right now. So if you don't want to hear about spoilers for Extinction, skip about 3 to 5 minutes. Let's say 5 minutes. So it shouldn't take me long. It's the end. It was good up until the twist, and the twist just upset me so much, because pretty much the movie's about Michael Pena is a family man, and it's kind of a pseudo future. It's really undisclosed what year it is, but everything looks futuristic, right? Like kind of pseudo futurist. It's very funky, and there's an alien invasion that just happens, but he's getting precognitive messages, like in his dreams, that something's going to happen, but he can't quite put his finger on it. He's losing sleep over it. He's neglecting his family, and they think he's crazy, but he's like, I'm not crazy. I really think this way. Of course, based on plot development, the invasion actually happens. And it's a story about him and his family getting to safety so they're not abducted or killed by the invading hordes. And the movie, like I said, spoilers, and the movie just turns into Detroit. It turns into Detroit what's the damn?
You mean Detroit like in the 60s or like Detroit now?
No, Detroit in the 60s is Detroit now. But Detroit being human. It just turns into Detroit. It turns into the video game Detroit being human.
Okay.
And it's the most frustrating thing in the world because there's these aliens with this weird alien suits. And I'm like, these guys are moving way too paramilitary. Like, why are the aliens they weren't alien enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, they weren't doing little alien voices or little cat calls or anything like that, like alien weird stuff. And you find out, it's so stupid, that Michael Pena and his whole family are just robots. They're just androids. The whole city that's being invaded is just androids. And of course, the invading hordes are humans. What? Shut up.
No. You would accept Twilight Zone doing that, right? But you're not going to accept
Twilight Zone already
movie?
did it. But that's the problem. It's
when?
Like, I'm sure there's
Fake
3 or 4 episodes. Fake news. Monsters on Maple Street.
No, okay. The reason why I'm defending this is because I know an executive assistant to the by no, I mean we said hello in high school together up here.
Nice. Yeah.
So yeah, and I told her that I'll check it out. Sounds great from what I've read about it. So there you
seen
go.
it?
I'm gonna watch it this weekend.
Okay, then I won't spoil too much more into the plot, but
you just spoiled the big part.
You should have told me. I wouldn't have spoiled it for you.
I'll forget about it.
Nice.
I'll take some drugs and forget about it.
Yeah, man. Oxycontin, no problem. Other than that, that's been my week, just being upset. Oh, yes. Okay. This weekend, this is my gripe. So I wanted to go see Mission Impossible, the latest one, Fallout, I think is what it's called or something like that. And so I go onto my Movie Pass because I want to go see Mission Impossible. And it's weird. So I log in. I know they're having problems, but I'm like, whatever. I don't care. I'm still going to support them, whatever. So I go to Movie Pass and it says this movie is not supported. And I'm thinking, okay, maybe I looked in the 3D version. Let me check a regular showing. This movie is not supported. Okay, maybe it's just my theater. So I check another movie theater. This movie is not supported, and it does it for every single theater, like in all of Southern California. And I'm like, okay,
wow,
what is going on, right? So I start getting irritated. Like, you know what? I'll just wait. I'll just wait till the movie's out, like next week, and I'll just check it out then. Because I just didn't feel like spending the money on it, and that's the whole beauty of Movie Pass is that you spend this amount of money and just kind of go see movies whenever you want. Like, I don't use it every day. I don't abuse it. So I may go see 2 or 3 movies a month with my pass maximum, right? So I'm like, all right, I'm kind of dumb. And then I found out that no, Movie Pass is raising their prices and restricting their viewing. So they're no longer going to be showing blockbuster movies on like the weekend they come out, no matter what it is at all. And we got this real long letter from the CEO, like, yeah, we're working things out, and I hope you bear with us. And I'm like, okay.
There's no working things out. You're destroying the movie business.
You're destroying the movie business, and everyone's had enough of it. So I'm like, okay, it's time to check out, right? So I go on my phone, and I go on the app, and I'm going to cancel subscription, right? Firstly, the cancel subscription button is right next to your home button, so you can't click one without clicking the other. So you can't cancel it from your phone. Right? No matter how much you shrink or expand the screen, they set it up so that your home button will always clip. Right? Yes. So you can't cancel it from there. And then they give you a disclaimer saying, well, if you cancel your subscription, you cannot reapply for another subscription for 9 months. Once you cancel now, you cannot reapply for 9 months.
Yeah.
And I'm like, guys, this is not the way to go about it, man. Like,
I feel okay. All the other like nerd outlets were complaining about this months ago. By the way,
I'm sorry. It became real to me this weekend. This past weekend, it became real to me.
First, they went for the gypsies, and I said nothing. Now they're going after me, and there was no one left to defend. I
There's
believe
no.
that's
I'm screaming into an empty room, right? Like there's no receptacle to accept my anger about this, and I'm like, I get it, guys. The model isn't working out. This was a finite thing. Once word got out, it was just going to explode, right? And it did. It did. But at the same time, like, how is it going to be harder for me to get my movie pass subscription and like not my car insurance? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's easier to get back on your car insurance than it is to get back on movie pass. What kind of sense does that make? You know what I mean? So
True.
I was just so irritated. So I canceled it. Whatever, guys. It was nice while it lasted. You got your money out of me. Adios, muchachos, right? So sometime I'm going to see eventually Mission Impossible so I can see Henry Cavill's mustache grow and shrink depending on what time they filmed it. And that was pretty much my gripe and pretty much my week, man. Damn Movie Pass with their weird times of irritations. They call me Bushmaster.
All right. All right. We're moving on. Before you...
Whatever. Before I get stuck on that for like half an hour.
Yeah.
News. Are you ready for some news, Winter?
Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. News.
Yeah. That's what I like. News. You gotta have like a power hour news. Like, news time, power hour.
A dog that got stuck in a well? More than that at 11, but right now.
A La Jolla man clings to life.
Yes.
Oh, that's girl can water ski.
A Hollywood executive producer that doesn't grope women? More at 11.
More at 11. The Human Torch was denied a bank loan.
Yes.
Let's get into that news. Speaking of Netflix, my favorite show of last year, or was it this year? It all blurs together. My favorite show on Netflix right now, last year, was Altered Carbon. It was badass. It was tight. It had kung fu, wizardry, science fiction, noir. If you haven't watched Altered Carbon, check that out. Just don't watch it around kids.
Or your parents.
Not a kids. Or your parents. It's not that kind of party. But if you're a able-minded adult who has a Netflix account, check out Altered Carbon. It's kind of dope. It's like anime mixed with like Blade Runner. It's freaking nuts. But the season 2 has been renewed, which I'm extremely happy for. What has people not so happy is that Anthony Mackie from the Avengers and 8 Mile is taking over as lead character. Kovac, who was earlier played by what's the guy's name? Kinnaman?
Lanky white guy. That was his name. Joel Kinnaman, right?
Yeah. Lanky
Kong.
Links McWhitzman. Lanky Kong. And everybody's mad because everyone thinks that Anthony Mackie's going to ruin it. And I'm going to give you guys a pro tip. Like Kinnaman is no Shakespeare, man.
I don't understand that.
He didn't do that great. I don't understand like this. Is it because he's black? Like, is that what it is? Is that what it is?
Fired.
It is, people? Like, because Kinnaman is it because he was this Captain America looking dude? And Joel Kinnaman, he was the worst part about the show.
Okay, honestly. all right. But
he was the best.
That's a little bit much.
Yeah. I'm just saying. What everyone was acting circles around him, dude. Like, I'm just saying, like, but that's not to say that people aren't okay for being worried about Mackie, because we haven't never really seen Mackie have a lead role in anything, right? So it's like, how is he gonna do? He may knock it out the park. We don't know. You know, he acted his butt off in 8 Mile as the villain. Of course, he's been in stuff all over. Of course, he's Falcon in the Avengers movies, but he plays that a bit more comedic. So we'll see. Like,
they set it up to where there was going to be someone else playing Takeshi Kovacs. So I wouldn't be too worried about it.
Yeah.
There's enough. If you guys apparently were able to live through Joel Kinnaman, all you white haters out there, then you could live
Damn.
through Anthony Mackie until we get Joaquin Phoenix.
It'll be fine. Wow, Joaquin as Joker. Now
No, Joaquin as Joker, who's playing Takeshi Kovacs.
Oh, no, it's Joaquin Phoenix as the Joker, who in the Joker is playing Takeshi Kovacs.
Yeah.
That's what's up. And we know, like, as long as Mackie is like in great shape, as long as he can pull off the stunts and the choreography, he'll be fine, man. You know what I'm saying? It'll be just fine. Hopefully he does well. You know what I mean? Speaking of questionable roles, so breaking news, well, it was breaking when I took it down, was that they announced the cast for episode 9 of Star Wars.
Star Wars!
And there's a couple of interesting...
wonderful Star Wars! Talking about Star Wars! Okay.
I just stared into the wall for like a split second. I was wondering if you're going to do that one or the Solo.
Yeah.
Solo.
I went old school, baby.
But apparently, he went super old school. Baby, what's it to you, baby? So they're dusting off Billy D. Williams because they're going to bring him back for this movie. They're dusting him off. Of course, everybody's returning from episode 8, including Carrie Fisher, which is the funky thing about it, is that they're going to use, as a transition, I'm assuming, they're going to be using stock, well, not stock photos, that'd be kind of weird. They're going to be using, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Older footage from her from 8 to use in 9. To kind of ease that.
Just have her die in the beginning of the episode. I don't know
exactly how they're going to do that.
Do I need to write this script?
That's probably what they're going to do. No, man, because you don't want the fanboys coming at you super hard. They'll like throw.
I'll get my boy David Lynch on the phone, and we'll work on this.
Did you imagine?
It's actually in the Twin Peaks universe.
That'd be so weird. Yeah, think about it. Like, in Twin Peaks, they'll find Homegirl's body and they'll just keep digging deeper, and then you'll see a skeleton of a Wookiee. You're just like, what? This always happened 300 years ago. Yeah, man. So they're gonna do some fun Industrial Lights and Magic shit to Carrie, which is fine. Everybody's giving it their blessing, and Mark Hamill's like, yeah, it'll be fine. It's gonna be fun to see her on screen again, and it's just gonna add some weight to that movie because we all know that J.J. Abrams is gonna fluff it up to kind of apologize to people for episode 8. Ugh. So, for those who wanted their Star Wars to taste like cotton candy, guess what? Number 9 will, whether you wanted to or not. Speaking of Disney properties, Marvel announced that the new season for Iron Fist is going to be cut down to 10 episodes, which I, for one, say is great news. Because, yeah, these have been running way too long. Like, every season since, like, episode 2 of Daredevil has had episodes that just did not need to exist.
Yeah, well, it was the gold rush.
You know
it was like, we need to get all these episodes so that we can get more money.
Yeah, but then they realize, like, people are falling asleep. Because there's always the arc in every single one of these series where the hero gets injured, and then they take 2 episodes off for the supporting cast to have their time to shine, which is fine.
What about those flashback episodes
that aren't necessary? Yes, they have those too. Every single one.
Baby Devil.
Every single season
Baby
has
Devil.
some
Why?
Like flashback episode
like that. I don't know.
What?
Baby Daredevil. Why?
What was that?
Yeah, if I was writing the Daredevil universe, he was still Daredevil as a baby in Italy.
So,
like Godfather Part 2.
Italy, Matt Murdock's from. Oh, jeez. See, this is why we can't have you near Marvel properties, my beloved co-host. Because I don't want Muppet babies, but it's Marvel babies, and it's just baby Daredevil fighting baby Luke Cage, and he's like, "Sweet Christmas,
sweet Christmas.
Where are my gifts?"
That would be his baby voice. Oh, that's better.
Sweet Christmas.
And then he just
goes,
destroys a male.
But can
guy
baby
right
Jessica still be? Yeah, he just punches through his shin and blood explodes. Can baby Jessica still be a
no? Because that'd be offensive towards women,
Please?
so we can't have that. So
yeah,
no,
that'll be offensive towards
babies. Can't vote, so we don't care. Okay, next
baby
thing.
Women? Yeah, next thing. We're moving on. Oh man, but yeah. Shorten that bad boy.
Shorten them all.
Shorten them all. We don't need 13 episodes.
It's a good.
You know, short. It's a good. Shorten them all, Peter. Really quick for my comic book nerds out there. Apparently, Grant Morrison has come out of his sarcophagus, his hyperbolic time chamber, to which he believes gives him sexual powers. I'm gonna let that breathe. It's a reference to something that no one will get. So apparently, Grant Morrison's taking over for writing for Green Lantern in DC Comics, and Grant Morrison is one of the best / worst comic book writers of all time because he's too crazy. He's the man himself is like a comic book character all into himself. If you've seen him, and if you've read any of his work, he thinks way too much into it. Like it's insane how much depth he puts into like his writing. So if you give him like a property like Green Lantern, where he can go into multiple worlds and multiple creatures and all of the backstory and multiverses, he's going to go nuts. So this may be the first comic to comic, week to week book I pick up in a very long time. So I'm really curious about how is he going to do Green Lantern. Because his All-Star Superman is amazing, of course. His run on the X-Men is controversial, but I loved it. And his Batman R.I.P., which I believe he did. I think he did Batman R.I.P. was great, as well as Final Crisis, which is another book he wrote, which is super nuts and just broke your brain. So be on the lookout. And the artist for that is Leon Sharp, and I'm okay on his work. He's not my top 10 comic artists in the industry right now, but he's no slouch. The guy can draw his ass off. So I'm really curious to see how this book shapes out, especially with Grant behind the wheel, because that dude's going to take it to some weird places. He always does.
Get it interesting, folks.
Speaking of weird stuff, you got to keep it weird, hashtag keep it weird. Speaking of weird stuff, did you check out this Venom trailer?
I didn't like the article that you sent, but
that pretty much showed you the whole movie. I didn't like the article either, but I just needed a visual remembrance to talk about this. I'm still boycotting this movie. Yes, I will not see it in theaters. I don't want it to make money. Get that out the way. Unless you want to have questions
I always
about
question
my motivations.
But I don't. Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you. I need someone to. The trailer shows too much. It shows you every beat of the movie in the trailer, which I hate when they do that. B, it's not Venom because it's just not the character. That's none of the motivations. It's not Eddie Brock. It's not any of it. It's the most cash grab thing I've seen in a very long time, where comic books were finally getting out the mode of that. It's such a step. This whole movie's a step backwards. You know what I mean? It's taking the name and doing whatever the hell you want with it. This is the equivalent of Shaquille O'Neal's Steel. You know what I'm saying? It's Steel it's Venom because they say it is, but it's not. It has nothing to do with the source material. Eddie Brock doesn't act anything like he does in the comics. Nothing against Tom Hardy. I think he's an excellent actor. But I'm not falling for this one.
You can hear it in our voice.
Not hype. The graphics still don't look great. Yeah, I'm not hype whatsoever, man. I just thought the industry was over this stuff, but Sony's going to Sony. And I just hope this thing tanks. It won't. At least not too bad. I just don't want it to be successful. I really don't. And I sound like such a hater, but I'm not coming at this from being a troll. I'm coming at this from being a comic book fan who appreciates the source material. And if this respected it even a little bit, it wouldn't exist. If you can't do it right, don't do it at all, man. You know what I mean? Like, if you can't get Spider-Man in the movie, not saying that he won't show up, or if you can't give the proper origins of the character, then why do it? It's the most irritating thing in the world.
I'm interested in it, but I don't know why they needed to make it separate. They could have made a killer Spider-Man 3 with it in it, but yeah,
I don't know. It's because Spider-Man is so murky right now because Marvel's doing their thing and Sony still wants to be able to play in that sandbox. It's the person that lets you borrow, like, it's the person who makes you something to eat, but then eats off your own plate. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I ordered you a pizza. Great. I'm going to take 2 slices before I go. Like, but it's mine. No, but I bought it though. It belongs to me technically. Right. Like, what the hell, man? Get out of here. Get out of here. Can't with that. Get out of here. Speaking of things that may be getting out, or have got out, but maybe coming back, I'm just going to skip one and talk about this now. Apparently, CBS is going to ask Kelsey Grammer if he wants to come back for like a Frasier revival.
Hell yeah! And it's perfect timing. You can do a whole season about them trying to get over the death of their father. Boom.
Yeah, man. Boom. Easy. Longest Niles is there. He was my favorite. I like me some Niles. Niles was cool. Remember the Simpsons episode where Sideshow Bob's brother showed up and it was played by the guy who plays Niles? Excellent episode. I bring this up because Winter's a huge fan of salads and scrambled eggs, which is the best ever.
Mercy. Okay.
So I would watch it. Hopefully it just doesn't land on Netflix or something stupid.
I feel like
hopefully it's on CBS proper.
Just give it a chance, man. If they brought back Roseanne, they're bringing back Mad About You apparently, and they're working on a Munsters reboot. They should give Frasier a chance.
Oh, jeez. Man. Ugh. Can you imagine if they brought back Frasier, but only on the caveat that Kelsey Grammer has to dress up like Beast?
I would still watch
X-Men: The Last Stand. That'd be amazing. I would super still watch it.
It'd be
how amazing that would
be?
I want it. It will be lit, fam. Fortnite. What? Netflix is bringing back Castlevania, the anime, which I'm extremely happy for because that anime was lit, fam. So there's a trailer out. It looks dope. I really liked the first couple of episodes, even though they were way too short. So we're going to just wait and see because I'm definitely going to marathon that when it comes out.
And the crowd goes wild.
Excitement. And the crowd goes mild. So Marvel Studios / I think it's Insomnia or Sucker Punch Games has announced that Spider-Man, the game for PS4, has been gone gold. And the only reason I bring this up, because it's this weird phenomenon that's been going on in the industry, is that they're producing premium memes for people to check out. So to announce that they went gold, it's the funniest thing. There's this Spider-Man meme where it's based off the old 60s show, where it's a picture of Spider-Man sitting behind a desk with a picture with the exact same picture of Spider-Man behind him. And it's this silly meme that's super dumb. But the guys at Insomnia,
it's Insomniac.
I think it's Insomniac. I think it may be Sucker Punch. Man,
it's what I feel about hearing about this. Well,
I don't care. I don't care. We're going to talk about memes. Uh, we're going to meme it up for a split second. So they recreated it using the assets from the game that like no one can get, and it looks so spot on. It's awesome. Like I just want to talk about it because they've been doing this a lot. Like all the God of War memes where they had Kratos throwing out he does the Parks and Rec where he's on the internet and the next shot is just Kratos going to a trash can and throwing out the computer. It's so good, you know. So I'm a firm believer of these studios making high quality memes for people to use with technology and assets that only those people can have access to. It's like like if Industrial Lights and Magic just did Star Wars memes using the graphics of
this
Industrial
is the
Lights and
beginning
Magic.
of people
Super nuts, right?
like hiring people to make memes.
Yeah, they're called social media they're called social media managers, man. That's what they're supposed to do. These are the guys who get hired to just sit on Twitter all day and respond to people and meme it up. Like the Arby's guy. The Arby's memes are godlike, dude, because they're just next level. Like, the Arby's memes are super crazy. And it's just recently been like that, maybe like a year or 2 years. Like the Arby's guys have been so on point.
What about Wendy's? I think it's Wendy's, not Arby's.
I'm just.
Well, no, Wendy's is the smack talker. Never mind.
Well, Wendy's.
Yeah,
they're the smack talker. They clap back. Wendy's be going after people. They clap back, right? But Arby's is the ones that make like life-size replicas of Mecha out of like Arby's boxes and ketchup stains and stuff. They're like super nuts with it. They pretty much just all they do is do memes for like anime and like video games and sometimes movies. They're really on point and people are loving it. So more power to these guys making these high quality memes for us to digest when we're sitting at work trying to kill time. Oh man. Definitely.
Yes.
Hey, Winner, do you have $8,000?
Sure. I actually have a underground meme copyright. I don't know. Ask me again.
Okay. Winter, do you have $8,000?
Yeah, I have an underground Magic the Gathering counterfeit ring. There we go.
Sweet. Because I want to buy this $8,000 30th anniversary Street Fighter set that comes with its own block of actual
who's gonna
gold.
buy it though?
I want it. Idiots. People buy stupid stuff, man. People buy burnt out stuff, man. Like, it's a video game, A. B, it's not even that much gold. It's not $8,000 worth of gold you're getting. That's first of all. Is it the block? It's like 15 by 15 centimeters long. It's like a little cue card. They're like, nah, 8,000, and you get all the fun stuff. And I'm like, who's gonna buy that? It's people who have indisposable income. These are the guys who go and spend like $10,000 like on Fortnite costumes. You know what I mean? Just over the weekend. And who, hey mom, I took your credit card and bought $7,000 worth of PUBG cosmetics. Don't be mad, okay?
Yeah, I don't. This is for the rich nerd who somehow made an app that's worth $1 billion. And
that's my dream, dude. I just want to think of something random.
Can I be your Steve
make
Jobs?
An app and just be
Can I be your TJ Miller from?
No, because you can be
what show? Silicon Valley. Be the TJ Miller from that.
Yeah. As long as you're not Steve Jobs, because then you'll just steal my idea and just kill me and take all the money, which I don't want. You said that
don't
real
worry
suspicious,
about it.
My good man. I want to try. No. Don't worry about it.
We'll create an app
trust you, man.
that will create a Wi-Fi dead zone around you, and we'll call it
the Faraday.
Yeah,
the Faraday app.
Oh, it's been done, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stupid ideas. I want to create. It just creates like a cellular dead zone
so
around you.
The women have to talk to you now. That's their selling point. That's their catchphrase. Women will have to talk to you now.
Wow.
Yeah,
because they have no one else to talk to. They have to talk. Yeah, it's the implication. You know, it's the implication that you're the only phone working. Can I use your phone? That's an.
I have a boat that you can go to now.
That's an end. I have this boat if you want to come with me because we're out in the ocean. You know, it's fun. It's going to be implied. Us in the middle of the 2 miles out. It's the implication. That's so scummy. We're moving on. Oh, jeez. We'll watch that later. You see, it's the implication. Oh, man. Speaking of scummy acts, this is the worst thing I've heard all month, all year, probably. So, when you were a kid, Winter, did you ever play the Monopoly game?
Yeah, not only that, I've played it. My dad played it back when he was young. Yeah, good times.
Good times, right? You always felt like, oh man, I got if I can just get a boardwalk, it'll go with this park place and I could be a millionaire, right? Like I'm gonna go to McDonald's and I'm gonna peel it off of my hash brown and there's a high chance I can be a millionaire, right? And we grew up like this because every year the Monopoly game would come around and everybody would go Monopoly crazy. We will be trading cards and going splitsies and stuff like that. Hey man, I have these two. Do you have these two? If we get it together, we can get $1,500, man. You're like 10 years old. Everybody's super hyped. It comes to find out that the whole thing has been manipulated and scammed since its inception. It's never, every person who's won this thing since it's been around has either been a corrupt person within the system or had ties to the actual mafia, dude. I was reading the story and it gets super nuts. So what happened was that the guy who was put in charge by the company who worked with McDonald's who printed these out said, hey buddy, here's these prints for these super rare pieces that are the other half of the more frequently used pieces. So this guy was in charge of the park places, right? The ones you never see. Right, because they would flood the market with boardwalks. And say it's you're in charge of distributing these throughout all of our distributors, and you know that's your job. This guy used to be a former cop who then got the bright idea to then start selling these to the mob, so and pretty much pocketing the money himself. So every time there was a millionaire won, it was either someone who had connections affiliated to some kind of nefarious organization. And it's super crazy. Like there's photos of people winning and it's just literal guys who are like
on the Guy Ritchie making a script out of this.
This is going to be a movie. I know it's going to be a movie, man. And I was just reading, and it gets deeper and deeper and deeper in like how this thing goes. And like the FBI started investigating it. It started like taking pictures of winners and stuff like that. It started getting really bonkers, man. It reminds me of something like you said, like Casino. You know what I mean? Yeah. Or
Cue the 70s
Office Space. Funny enough.
All right, so this is what we do here.
I always wanted to be a game. Jeez. So yeah, I'm just like that. Just wrecked my childhood forever. Knowing that none of us ever had a chance because these freaking jerks were rigging the game before it even started. It's just bizarre. Just bizarre and crazy. And I want it to be a movie starring Ray Liotta.
Just put a catcher's mitt in a suit and you'd have what he's worth right now.
Damn. I'm gonna eat ketchup spaghetti like a schmuck. That means.
Daredevil, why? Okay.
Baby Daredevil. Daredevil, why? Don't do it.
Do you have an episode name now? Okay.
Maybe. Okay. I'm pulling things. There's a couple things cooking. Okay. There's a couple things. You already know the deal.
Baby Devil, why you always hitting your head on walls?
Why do you talk like that, man? Baby Daredevil. Why don't you ever see
Why
good? Why
can't you see good?
Baby Daredevil?
You see dumb.
Why can't
You see
good?
dumb.
Why you see so dumb? Why you see so dumb,
Why?
Baby Daredevil?
Why is this mother getting dumber and dumber in the conversation?
I don't know. This is your thing, dude. We're just gonna keep at it until Baby Daredevil has a written out script, and Marvel's like giving us money to create it. Oh man, so we're gonna mix things up. I'm kind of got the idea that rather than asking you to send us questions, I would like to phrase it more in you sending us talking points.
Why? Because the questions are trash? Is that what you're saying?
So,
I don't know.
No. I'm going to curl that to make it so you'll never know. Ambiguous much. But if you want to send us a talking point, something we can talk about quickly and give our little 2 cents on, you can always send those to mastersofthenerdiversecast@gmail.com. That is mastersofthenerdiversecast@gmail.com. .com. That's what I was looking for. Awesome. The first talking point is I was watching Incredibles the other night, and I thought about the whole no capes. You know what I mean? Like how structurally unsound wearing a cape is as being a superhero, and how that just can cause way more problems for you than it just looking cool, because functionally it doesn't do anything. And it made me think, what is a character design that makes no sense in real life, but is used all the time in fiction that comes to mind for you?
Let's see. I think I have an issue with the way mechanical robots move, like mech warriors. You know what I mean?
That's funny you say
because they're pretty much just a big blob of metal, and you're thinking they're going to be running super fast or doing all this other stuff when you see how hard it is just to get this little cone up into space.
Right. It's funny you mentioned mecha, because mine's kind of mecha as well, where it's like I don't like the idea of giant robots or giant monsters in general that have to walk on concrete, because we have sewer systems. You know what I mean? So the weight that, let's say, Godzilla would apply to concrete would just have him fall through the floor all the time, right? He just wouldn't be able to just politely prance on cars. He would just go straight through into the sewer system, right? It doesn't make any sense. Like, their weight would not be able to suffice the actual structural integrity of the street, no matter where they are, unless they're literally walking on open land. And even then, there's times where there could be like sinkholes, and it just doesn't make sense. Giant robots / giant monsters traversing any kind of landscape as effortlessly as they always do. And I don't like people who I don't like when they show people who have 2 guns in their hand at the same time. It's like horrible. It's like the worst kind of trigger discipline in the world. Like, any true marksman will tell you, most firearms require 2 hands to properly aim and shoot.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, Lara Croft is the biggest proprietor of this. It's like, you can't hold two Desert Eagles in both hands and just shoot them arms akimbo.
Because women are weak. That's what you're saying, right?
No, I'm saying that no human could do that, because the gun has such a kickback. You can't just shoot it with one arm unless you're just crazy buff. Like, and even people who do that with shotguns, that's the worst. Where they have 2 shotguns in each hand.
But it looks cool, bruh. Pew, 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 pew.
It looks super cool, but it's gonna throw your shoulder out of it. It's gonna throw your arm out of it.
Not if you're Blade. Man. Not if you're Blade.
Not if you're Blade. Not if you're Blade, though. The second talking point is
number 2.
What is it? Number 2. Wow.
That's good.
We're both weird guys, so this may be a weird.
Yes. Speaking of weird quirks.
Speaking of weird quirks, Is there a quirk that you had to grow out of growing up? Something you did that you just had to grow out of?
I would pee on pillows as a kid. Was that weird? No, I'm just kidding.
Well, that's all kids did that at some point, probably.
All right. I think I would twirl my hair when I was nervous. Like I would make it like put it in my hand and I would just start twirling it, and then I would just have the super curly hair, and that's when I was super nervous that day. So.
Nice. Apparently, when I was a kid, I had this thing where I would hiss like a cat at people, like in fear. My dad would say, "Yeah." Michael would just hiss at people, like behind their backs, and they would turn around, and my dad would be like, "What?" And I'd just be sitting there, What? Like I don't remember this. Maybe when I was little.
Yeah.
Let's say we were in an elevator, and it's me and my dad, and I'm little Mike Short Pants with that propeller hat. And he's like an adult. Yeah. And somebody's like, they're standing up, just like, they turn around like, what? No. My dad's like, what?
I've had kids hiss at me, so you're not the only one.
Okay. Fair enough. At least I know I'm not crazy. Yeah. I used to just hiss at people like a cat. My dad was like, I don't know what's wrong with you, man.
I would go, hey, how's it going? They go, I'm like, who taught you that?
Like, that's why you just back away slowly, dude. That kid got the devil in him.
Yeah. Like, I'm curious how kids pick that up. Like, they need to, that's like the attack. Like, are they messing with that many cats at a young age? That's what they know what to do?
I think it's in their DNA. It's like some kind of really deep, like, fear mechanism that we use when we were cavemen or something.
It's a globalist cover-up that we are part cat.
We are off the grid. You thought we were part lizard. No, we're part cat.
This is the InfoWars. Okay.
InfoWars. Magnum PA.
PI?
MK Ultra MK Ultra transforms you into cats.
It turned the frogs gay. Okay. Oh god.
Too many. Whoa. Next talking point. We're just gonna let that breath.
Yeah.
Okay. Spotlight. What's your favorite movie tagline?
I don't know. I don't have a lot memorized, to be honest with you. I'll look up one that I remember vaguely liking as a kid.
Okay. While you do that, I'll name two because I have two right at the top of my head. One is Jurassic Park, where it says 65 million years in the making. I love that poster because it's just the black poster with the Jurassic Park symbol in the middle. Yeah. So damn cool. And my favorite tagline is from Alien, and it's in space. No one can hear you scream. Very good tagline.
So there's one of my favorite movies. You have to figure out what the title is of the movie. Starting off with the first one, the world's greatest leader is a hostage in the world's most dangerous place on Earth. Now only the deadliest man alive can save him.
What the hell?
1997, New York City is now a maximum security prison. Breaking out is impossible. Breaking in is insane. Next one. Okay. New York City has become the only maximum security prison for the entire country. Once you go in, you don't come out. ... Until today.
Is that Escape from New York? But that's not. No.
Yes.
It is? Okay.
Yes. Now here's my favorite tagline out of the bunch. It's super like lazy. New York is a disease. Meet the cure.
Oh wow, that is awesome. You cock a shotgun, you know.
Right.
Yeah. At first, I was like, "A Clear and Present Danger," starring Harrison Ford. Question mark?
Yeah.
Nice, dude. Nice. What are you looking forward to this week, my good sir?
Sleep this week. I've been extremely busy. Like, I'm trying to get out of this house in about 2 weeks. So
get out of my house.
Done with that. Yep. And, just living the good life.
Living the good life. Yeah. I'm trying to
living the New York beat. Is it New York Beat that I'm thinking of, that song?
No, it's Taking It to the Streets. Taking It to the Streets.
No, I'm thinking of a Kiss song.
Oh, I don't know.
Back in the New York Beat. I might be mixing it up. Back in the New York Groove. Jeez.
All right, I'm gonna listen to Queen while I play Gwent. That's my night. And I'm gonna take aspirin until this headache goes away, so I can be a functioning human again. Because it's not fun. It's not fun. So that's pretty much that. You have any passing thoughts before we close this bad boy out?
No, just check me out on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at TrashMonkIII. That's TrashMonk. And I'll be releasing some music on Bandcamp soon, and it's mostly going to be music back what I made back in high school, so it's going to be very cringy. I hope you all enjoy it.
It's gonna be so slizzer, man. I'm gonna get some turnip juice. Oh man, I'm gonna get me a pacifier. I'm gonna listen to some old winter beats, dog.
Yeah, the songs I already have up right now, I put a story behind, like, I don't remember recording this, but I do like the piano in it.
Nice. And if you've listening to the show for the first time, welcome. May that be through iTunes, Stitcher, Spreaker, SoundCloud, YouTube, iHeartRadio, Google Play, or Spotify. I welcome you. And if you want to support the show, you can always visit our website, which is mastersintheuniversecast.com, where you can listen to every episode ever made. You can support our show monetarily through our Patreon. Every penny, every dollar counts. If you want to support us non-monetarily, you can actually leave a like, subscribe, or comment. Let us know how you feel on Baby Daredevil. Why are you so ugly, Baby Daredevil? Why are you so ugly?
Why you wear that red mask, Baby Devil? You were supposed to be a carpenter.
Baby Daredevil, you grew up in the church. Why are you dressed like a devil, Baby Devil?
You were supposed to be a shoe cobbler. Make the wooden shoes for the 1970s children. I don't know.
Why aren't you making little shoes, Baby Daredevil? Your daddy made shoes. Why can't you make shoes, little Baby Daredevil?
This is probably the most crazy I've ever felt
Same here.
in this show.
Let's close the show because I think we're losing it. I just want to keep doing Baby Daredevil for like the next 30 minutes. So let's just stop now.
Baby Dubbo. now the
Baby Debo. That's his arch nemesis. Why are you always fighting with Baby Debo, Baby Daredevil? Okay, moving
win
on.
Again.
Baby Debo. Okay, I just got that reference. I'm not gonna. I'll talk to you very much. I'll talk to you about it. I win again.
Thank you. Let's get the hell out of here.
Let's get the hell out of here. I've of course been your host, Mike G.
And I've been your host, Winter Sturdivant.
Winter. You just doxed yourself.
Yeah. I've been your host, Winter, the Trash Monk.
And we will always ask you to take that one step beyond.